Congratulations on landing a scholarship interview. After a super long scholarship process, this is a little win, and it's a very exciting time being invited because that is one step closer to winning the scholarship. So congratulations, celebrate it because it is a small win. So preparing for scholarship interviews take a lot of practice and preparation, and that is what we are here to help with. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to properly prepare yourself for the scholarship interview. So in order to properly prepare for your scholarship interview, the first thing is to have a practice interview. So before the interview, it's recommended to practice interviews with a family member or a friend because practicing these questions can help you get used to explaining your strengths. And a scholarship interview is very similar to a job interview. They're going to be asking about your strengths, your weaknesses, your work ethic, etc. And 9 times out of 10, they are going to ask why you deserve this scholarship. So you definitely want to prepare beforehand what you're going to say with a family member or a friend. You could also Google things such as common scholarship interview questions, so you could see a list of the most common ones and you can practice those as well. You could also consider asking your school's advisor or your counselor for a little bit more tips, and maybe they could help you with the interview as well. But during this practice interview, you want to make sure you are being you during the practice and during the real thing, because there is no better you than you because you're the only you that exists. So it's great to practice with a family member or a friend, but let's talk about preparing for your scholarship interview on your own. So remember how we told you to Google up those questions? This is the perfect time to prepare for your answers. You want to see those common questions. You want to know, okay, they're going to ask about my strengths and my weaknesses. Okay, so spend some time with yourself and think, okay, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And really dig in to you and who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. This is your time to really dig into those common questions and really not memorize your answers, but just know kind of an idea of what you're gonna say, because you don't want to do anything like scripty because then it's gonna make you nervous, and if you stumble over words, it's just gonna get awkward. Alrighty, so let's dive into dressing appropriately for your interview. So another aspect to prepare is attire. You definitely want to have nice attire and the appropriate attire. What you're gonna wear to your scholarship interview is not what you're gonna show up to a casual day at school in. So most scholarship interviewers ask that you show up in semi-formal attire. So for example, you could wear business casual outfits that may consist of a button-down, dress shirt, a blouse, a length-appropriate skirt, neutral color patterns. Emphasis on the neutral colors. Like, try to look sleek and professional and try to stay away from anything like super flashy. And also, having good posture is super, super important, because the better posture you have, the more confident you appear, even if you don't feel confident. Remember, fake it till you make it. So if you're like doing your interview like this, like, you see the difference? So good posture can take you a long way. Remember, when you enter the room, stand tall and introduce yourself. Don't be shy, they're not gonna bite. It's okay to make small talk as well, but confidence is key overall. Even if you don't feel it, you're gonna show it. You got this. And now we're going to talk about how you can stand out in your interview. So a great tip for standing out in your interview is answering questions in depth. So if somebody asks you, what is your greatest strength? Don't give them a one-word answer. You would say, my greatest strength is this because yada, 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 yada. Try to go as in-depth as possible without overly word vomiting. You know, like actually go in with detail and depth that they want to know. That would make sense, not just like adding random words to your sentences. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. And remember to always make eye contact with them. If they're asking you a question, don't kind of like be nervous and look around. You might be tempted to do that, but make sure if you really focus on making that eye contact, and even if eye contact is awkward for you, pro tip, look either in the middle of their nose or the middle of their eyebrows. The middle of the eyebrows is what I usually do because you're not really like staring into their soul, but it looks like you're maintaining your eye contact. Also, another way that you could stand out is to research the organization that is interviewing you about the scholarship, because the organization is going to be very impressed if you just mention something about their organization that maybe not everybody knows. Do that research so you know who you're talking to, who you're working with. And also, don't be afraid to let your personality shine. Interviewers want to get to know you, like the real you, the depths of you. I mean, you don't have to like share your whole life story or anything, but let your personality show. If you're a little bit on the silly side, don't be afraid to show that. If you're a little bit more on the reserved side, it's okay. You don't have to change yourself. You could be yourself. And also another way to stand out is to try to highlight the unique aspects of your life. Maybe things that you've done, achieved, or anything that maybe not all students have done. Like a random thing. Maybe you're a figure skater. That's not a common thing. That's very unique, and that's something that can make you stand out. So think about little hobbies or things that you've done that make you stand out. And when the scholarship interview ends, make sure you thank them for their time and also shake their hand. It's gonna make a lasting impression on them, and it's just very polite and a great way to exit the interview, especially after it's gone very well, hopefully. Fingers crossed. They're going to need time to figure out whether you are going to be a winner or any other of the people they've interviewed. So in the meantime, make sure you're still, having a positive attitude even when you're leaving. So now that we've gone through preparing for the scholarship interview, let's go over some frequently asked questions about these scholarship interviews, starting with this one. How do you answer, why do you deserve this scholarship? Now that could be a very, very daunting question, but do not panic. After all, you are here because they want you here and they want to know more about you. And when they ask you that question, they genuinely want to know, why do you think you deserve this scholarship? This is your time to shine, to share your experiences, to share your achievements, to go really in depth about successes that you've had and successes that have led you up to this point in time. And also, you most likely might want to build up on those experiences with this scholarship money. So if you have a passion about something and this scholarship is going to help you with that, mention that. And it's a great way to show them how dedicated you are to your goals. And you can explain how you learned from past experiences and how this scholarship will help you make a difference in your community. Do your goals pertain to the scholarship? You can mention a personal achievement or an anecdote that speaks to who you are as a person today or the person you want to be. And also, talking more about yourself is going to give the interviewer more of an inside look about who you really are. And they really want to know that, because the more they know about you, the more likely they're going to want to give you the scholarship. So if the scholarship is a need-based scholarship, mentioning any anecdote where you overcame adversity during the scholarship interview is very beneficial. It will highlight your individual achievements, and it'll show that you're a student that goes above and beyond in life. You could also prepare for this question by thinking of all the ways in which you've been a leader or advocated for others in your same situation. So no matter what information you choose to share, just always remember to stay humble when you're speaking about it. And how you stay humble is, yes, you can talk about you, your successes, that's exactly what they want to hear, but don't drag others down or bring others down while you're talking about your successes. Just only keep it focused on you, no one else, and it'll all be fine. And the next frequently asked question is, what question should I ask in a scholarship interview? So although the majority of your scholarship interview is going to consist of them asking you questions, usually towards the end, they will open the floor for you to ask them questions. And asking a great question can lead to having a great impression on your interviewer. And if your interview hasn't already asked this question, maybe you could ask them, what characteristics would your ideal candidate have? This question can bring up an opportunity for you to mention something new or reiterate why you are the ideal candidate that they are describing. And another question you could ask is whether there are future opportunities. Asking a question like this can show the interviewer that you are genuinely interested in all the opportunities that they have to offer. Even if you don't win this one, you're open to other things. So they really like that when you are looking for more opportunity. And questions like this can show your interest in the scholarship, and it could just demonstrate your overall initiative. Now you are officially ready to take on your scholarship interview. We wish you the best of luck, and we really hope that you guys found these tips helpful. And if you did find this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe for more tips. And speaking of scholarship interviews, if you guys are looking for more scholarships, you could head over to Bold.org. On Bold.org, we have hundreds of thousands of dollars in exclusive scholarships open to all students studying in the US. So if you are studying in the US, you are guaranteed to find at least one scholarship you are eligible for, although you will most likely find way more than that. So go check out Bold.org and also subscribe for more tips and tricks. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all in our next video. Bye!